Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and The Sims today dropped another trailer. Actually, yesterday. By the time you see this, The Sims will have dropped another trailer yesterday showing some of the new build buy assets for the Enchanted by Nature pack. And I'll say, during the first trailer, one of the things I kept saying was, I really like the build buy assets for this pack. And that didn't change with this trailer. In fact, it was reinforced. This trailer is almost perfect. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. I wish I could say I loved every single bit of it, but there's just a little bit. And one of the things I don't like ties back into a really old complaint of mine for literally 20 years. I don't know, for a long time. And it's not ever going to change. And I've just got to learn to accept it. I've got to learn. I need a 12-step program for accepting things in The Sims is what I need. Step 1 through 12, all of them just say, learn to accept the stuff you can't change, Jason, because it's not ever going to change. Anyway, okay, let's change the subject. Let's jump into this trailer. We're going to take a look here at the very first thing. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. I really do love almost everything in this trailer. The very first thing we see here is a new fence and gate style. The gate is very cool in particular. I love this sort of little arbor top to the gate that is made out of these sort of hanging grapevines. Very cool. Also, the circular top of the gate looks fantastic. The fence itself also looks so good. It looks a bit like bushes that have grown together and have been trimmed at the bottom to allow you to see through them. Creates a very natural feel. Everything in this pack, of course, so far, built by Wise, has that very organic, natural sort of flow. And one place that we actually also see that is in Realm of Magic in its asset selection. And coming through here, not only does this fence fit, but a lot of these pieces look like they're going to fit in really well with Realm of Magic, with its asset sort of collection. I'm hoping and praying, please God, please God, please Maxis. That's who I need to pray to because that's who has control of it. I hope that the wood matches in this set with Realm of Magic, so that if the wood tones go together, it'll go together better. If the wood tones don't work, oh well, hang it up, right? Hang it up. But so far the style, like the sort of rounded style, Realm of Magic had a lot of not exactly organic, but an organic flow and an organic bend to a lot of the furniture. This goes a step further. It's even more natural and more organic, but I do think they would blend together so well. Now, let's move on to the next item. Okay, so we get the Sims shower scene, you guys. Shower scene here in the Sims. They're really playing to that market, right? They're going to play to that market. Get us all in here. Let's watch somebody shower. Come on, let's go. Buddy's wearing swim trunks, so they kind of ruined it. They did. They kind of ruined it, but they didn't ruin the shower. The shower looks really good. I really do like this shower. I mean, maybe it's a little Vegas-y. Maybe it pushes the theming a little bit, but I am thinking that it obviously it's meant for an outdoor location, right? So to have that sort of feel, have that sort of, I can see it in a spa also, like a spa location or in sort of an outdoor location or sort of fantasy. I do like it. I am curious how much I'm really going to use it because I look at it, I think, oh, that's cool, right? That's so cool. I'm not going to put this in a modern house or a suburban house or anything like that, but I do think it's very, very cool. The only thing that could have made this better, they'd left off the swim trunks. They ruined it. Thanks, Maxis. But they didn't ruin the next thing. We've got these sinks. I love these sinks. I do really love the design. I would use these in a lot of different places. They have a great natural look to them. What do I love more? What do I love even more? I love the little fairy jumping in the sink. Now, if we're able to shrink down as a fairy and jump into our sink, all right? Jump into our sink and play in our sink, I'm going to love it. I'm going to be like, here's my money now. I've already decided to take it. Now, I've pretty much decided anyway, I do want this pack, for the fairies in it, but that would be one of the things that would do it for me. I absolutely love that idea. Now, if we can't do that, and the thing is that the fairy just, like a random fairy just shows up sometimes and plays in our sinks, plays in our bathroom sinks, wherever we put this, laundry room, kitchen, wherever, right? That's also very, very cool. I also love the idea. I just love the animation here. I love the look of it. These canopy beds are another good example of where you look at them and you can see these beds actually fitting in Realm of Magic. These are just another example where it would just blend perfectly, right? It would blend perfectly if what, Jason? If the wood matches, right? So please, I don't know who, it's too late now. It's too late. This is done. This is done. But if they did not match these woods up, we would need to have a petition. No, not a petition, a riot, a protest. We all need to fly to wherever it is they are there, San Jose or someplace, right? San Mateo in San Francisco, south of San Francisco, out there in California. We're all going to fly there. And we're going to have a great big protest, right? We're going to have the no unmatching wood in America protest. We're going to get sick of this. But the beds themselves look so good. God, I hope they match. I love them. I love them. I love them. Okay, now. Okay, so of course, nothing can be perfect. Nothing. Someone told me that once. Whenever, like, quilters do a quilt, they leave a little mistake in the quilt because nothing is perfect except for God, so they don't do a perfect quilt, right? Obviously, Maxis has a lot of quilters on their staff, and they have let that idea seep into some of what they do. Now, what I really, really don't like, I've said this before, if you've ever watched a review I've done of this sort of stuff, I don't like it when they put blankets and pillows on a sofa or a love seat or a chair or a bench or anything else, because I don't like to decorate that way. So basically the sofa that you see there, I will probably never use. Probably never. For one thing, I mean, even the shape and style of it is a little not me. It looks a little boudoir 1980s, like 1980s sort of boudoir. And I like the 80s and I like some of the furniture from the 80s. This style is not doing it for me. Then they throw mismatched pillows on it, which you wouldn't have had in the 80s. The pillows would probably match. And a blanket. Why? Why? Now, if you could just put pillows on stuff, great. If you could put blankets on things, great. And if you like it that way, and some people do, I know. Great. And I think it's fine for your style because everyone should do their own style. That's what The Sims is about. And that's what I want to do is my own style. And they always mess it up with this sort of stuff. I mean, at least with the sofa without pillows, you can kind of put, the new pillows we got, right? The individual pillows. You can use move objects on and you can place those on sofas. In fact, I do it sometimes, but I make all those pillows look exactly the same. And when I do it in the fashion of a pillow back sofa, which again is kind of a late 80s, early 90s sort of look, maybe mid 80s as well, type of look. Yeah, so, I do like that. And I do it myself. But anyway, that's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like it. If I don't see anything more on it, I don't like it. What do I love here? I really like the coffee table. Very cool. Like the coffee table. And I love the little pillows. So I love the little pillows on these chairs. I love the bee and I love the ladybug and I love the sort of I guess it's a pineapple. It looks a little bit like a pineapple to me on that other chair. So I really like that. I like that. I think there's a lot of whimsy and it's very cool. Now, I wish it wasn't attached to the chair. I wish it was a little, bee pillow that I could move from piece of furniture to piece of furniture, right? Wouldn't that be great? Or a bed or something. But I do love the design of that. I think it's very cool. I think they did a great job with that aspect of it. Next up, we have a selection of curtains. I do like these curtains now. I almost never use curtains in a build because you can't open and close them in game. So, and I usually want as much light as possible coming into my builds. So I rarely use them. However, I do like the colors and the designs of these curtains. I particularly like the little Gather, ring that they pulled the fabric through to give it that ballooned look up top, and it's got a very natural feel. So I do like the curtains, but I love the windows here. I will use those all over the place. I love those windows. They're super, super cool. They're not just fairy tale, they're not just a sort of fantasy look. They've got a very Art Nouveau look to them, and I think they are flat out gorgeous. I absolutely love these curtains. I mean, not curtains, windows. They've knocked it out of the park. They've really hit a home run with the windows. I don't know what else to say. They're great. The windows, big win. Now, completely making up for the living room furniture, we've got the windows, which I adore. I love the windows. I also love this siding on the side, and coming up in a little bit, there's a hunter green version of this siding. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. It is so beautiful. I love the frieze here along the top, and it looks like we've got a new sort of roof shingle there in the background for the roofs as well. So all of this I adore. Absolutely adore it. It comes in several different colors. I particularly like the sort of mossy, sort of like vegetation appears to be clinging to the edge of these windows. I love the fact that they're weird shapes, like kind of crazy, kind of almost random cutout type of shapes to it. Very good job. Very big home run, you guys. Very big home run with these. So yeah, like, a little complaint back there. I love these. This makes up for it. This totally makes up for it. This pack is feeling very, 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 very cohesive with its assets. Okay, now this is it. This is the opus. This is the thing that everybody loves. Someone on Twitter actually said 25% of the reason I'm buying this pack is this bookcase, you guys. This bookcase, and I'm the same way. Seeing this bookcase, I was blown away. Okay, this is absolutely. I'm like looking as I'm talking. I can't take my eyes off of it. I can barely speak. It's so gorgeous. It's perfect. It's a perfect design. It's perfectly executed. It looks fantastic. It's got all the whimsy, all the fantasy. The way it's got the window paired with it, with the sort of butterfly cutouts for the window panes, unbelievably good. The flooring underneath is fantastic, and the wallpaper behind it, I am in love with. Okay, I've been wanting a wallpaper like this for kids' rooms, or maybe for mural wallpaper in a dining room for a very, very, very long time, and we don't really have anything really like this. I kind of put stuff together sometimes using decals and sort of what we do have in game for kids' rooms. I love this. This whole thing is buying it for me. I made a little joke that if Maxis came out with just this bookshelf and said, hey, we made this bookshelf, it's $10, I'd be like, here's my card. Right? Here's my card. Now, in reality, no, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding? I'm not paying you $10 for that. But I do love it. I do love it. And I think it's really the hit, just the hit of what I saw through this trailer. I was so excited for it. The little acorn decoration there too, like a little bowl or whatever it is with the lid on it. I love that too. I'm just in love with that piece. There's some really great little sort of decorative. You can see them here on the shelves, these little knick-knacky things, but that one's one of my favorites. There's usually these sort of favorites I have, and that's one that I'll probably use just over and over and over again. Okay, now we already went over the sort of planters in the first trailer. I said I thought maybe they were going to be new, kind of just pot type, a new planter type. They are a new planter type, I think. I'm still not sure. It says tabletop plant pot, and she's spraying it again as though it's a living plant. Now, that's what it says to me. That's what I think it is that it's going to be a living plant planter that you have to take care of or it dies. But they haven't shown that or said that. Tentatively going with this idea that it is a new type of planter that we can plant plants in, and if we don't take care of them, they'll die, right? That's what I'm still going with. All of the tables I love, and the fence behind it I love, and we can see a little bit of new vegetation back there. Also love all that. So pretty much I love everything. Seeing this in the trailer, in the first trailer, this is a flower press, right? In Victorian times, they would press flowers in books to save them, to preserve them. To me, that's what he's doing here, right? Okay, great. I get that. Then they throw this art on the wall, and the art seems to be made out of flowers. And one thing I could imagine is you could press flowers in a book and then use them to make art. Is that what we're seeing? Right? No. I gotta stop because I don't know. That's what popped in my head when I first watched this, was that's what he's doing, right? By the way, love the desk, by the way. But that's what he's doing as desk there. And I thought, well, wow, how much control would we have over that? Would we be able to really decide kind of what we want to do artistically, or what kind of flowers and plants we want to put into it? And even that may be going too far. I may be kind of setting myself up for too much expectation there. But it is still what it kind of looks like to me, and I hope maybe that's what it has. That it's going to be a little more involved. than what I think it is, and we're going to get a little more out of it. The candles are super cute, by the way. I already went over the knickknacks. Love those. Candles are great, though. Candles do look really cool. Really, really do like them. And the wallpaper. Yeah, the wallpaper looks super cool, too. So, all in all, another great scene. But I do have questions about that press, that nature press. I want to know what exactly we can do with it. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, you guys. Praying to a fairy right now. I'm going to pray to like a fairy tree somewhere, and hopefully she's going to sprinkle some fairy dust and make some magic. And speaking of fairies and fairy dust, here we go. Here's a fairy right now. She's going to jump into her fairy house. We saw these in the first trailer as well. Very cool. I love it. Obviously, again, we're being set up for this idea, and this must be the case. As a fairy, we can shrink down and jump into this little house. Now it's kind of like a rabbit hole. It's going to work like a rabbit hole. Fairy's in there sleeping. Probably going to be stuff like that. Like you'll click on it and say, eat, sleep. I don't know what. And your fairy will shrink down, jump in there, and do those sort of things. I do still like it. It's going to be a little pretty simple. I don't think we're going to be able to see inside it or really do anything inside it. Although for storytelling, you could use that animation to make it look like she's jumping in there, and then you could switch to something you built yourself as the interior. That's definitely possible. The only thing I don't like here is that it's all the same design, all literally exactly the same design, except for just color swatches. I hope, and again, it's a hope because there's no evidence of it, that they're going to have some different styles. I know custom content creators probably will use it to come up with some different styles, but I hope there's some different styles actually in this pack aside from just this one with these different swatches. But I do like the idea, and I like the animation, I like the concept. Now, let me just say right now, this is the cutest damn thing. This is the cutest thing ever. This is the cutest thing ever. And if they're not already done creating a plush for the Sims store so that I can buy this as a plush to go with my Grim Reaper plush, if they haven't already done that, fire someone at Maxis or at EA, whoever handles that, fire them, because basically, as soon as they saw the concept art for this, someone should have been stuffing plushies. Okay, someone should have been stuffing plushies to put these things on the shelf, because this is the cutest thing ever. If you don't think this is cute, okay, if you don't look at this, oh God, that's so cute, you're a serial killer. That's what you are. You're a serial killer. I can tell right now. I'm diagnosing you right now. You don't think it's cute? You're a serial killer. That's fine. Be a serial killer. But this is cute. This is cute. Jason, do you have a psychology degree to diagnose people that way? I don't. But I know people. I've lived with people my whole life. I've never been a hermit. I've always been stuck around people. And if that came out a little bitter, it's because it was bitter. Maybe I didn't want to be stuck around people all my whole life. Maybe I would have liked being a hermit. But I digress. This is cute. This is so fucking cute. If you don't like it, you're a serial killer. Now, of course, I'm joking. I mean cereal like you eat. Yeah, cereal like you eat. Whip through that box of cereal, knocked it right out, killed it, right? Killed that whole box of cereal. Blah, 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 blah. Don't send me any messages. But this is cute. I love it. I really do. This is like, I just fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. And I thought, needs to be a plushie in the Sims store. If it's not a plushie in the Sims store within 6 months, like in time for Christmas, right? If it's not, I don't know. There's something wrong with the world, wrong with Maxis, wrong with, I don't know, everything wrong. But what's right? Right is hitting like, subscribe, and notify here at the end of this video. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify. We will continue to follow the saga of this Enchanted by Nature pack. And I've got some more build videos coming on board here on my channel. There should be one today, in fact, maybe already out, because this is going up on Saturday. This is Friday. I'm recording it. It'll be up tomorrow on Saturday. I also have a build video already scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday. So there's a build video coming of my manor house, and there's a whole bunch more coming that I try to finish off. I'm tired. You guys, I've been working all day. I worked from 8:30 this morning till like 7:30 tonight. And that's typical. That's my everyday. That's how long I'm always at work. So I'm a little tired, but I did want to throw this video together for the, because I love this stuff. I really did love this little trailer, and I really do love this stuff. But I do have more videos coming, so please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.